Hey there, boys and girls. It's carpet time, so crisscross applesauce, and here we go. Yesterday was Monday. If yesterday was Monday, that means today is... Yes, you are correct. Tuesday. So let's put Tuesday up. Alrighty. We'll take yesterday was down, and let's read our information. Remember, we started a new month. The month is May. The season is spring. Today is Tuesday. Good. Let's move over to the calendar and get the date taken care of. All righty, I'll slide over too. And here we go. We figured out it was Tuesday, so we have to follow our Tuesday column down. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Here it is. And we're not filling in that one because that wasn't a Tuesday in May. This is the one we need for today, right after the 4. What number comes after 4 for today? Now, we don't really know the May pattern yet. If you'd like to take a guess as to what you think it would be on, it could be a yellow flower, a red flower, a ladybug, maybe even something else. You were right about the 5th. It is the 5th day of May, and it's a yellow flower. If you guessed yellow flower, you are correct, because at this point, it was just a guess. We don't know the pattern for sure, but we should know in the next few days. Remember, we do have a couple of holidays coming up in May. We've got Mother's Day. That's coming up next Sunday, the 10th, and then Memorial Day, which is near the end of the month. I believe it's the 25th, but you know what? There's a way we could tell. We've got the 4th was on a Monday. Memorial Day is on a Monday. 4 plus 7 is 11. Next Monday will be the 11th. 11 plus 7 is 18. The Monday after that will be the 18th. 18 plus 7 is 25. So yes, Memorial Day will be on the 25th this month. Well, let's go ahead and say today's date, which is the 5th. Remember, start with the day of the week. Today is Tuesday. Good. Let's say it together now. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. 2020. Okay, now that we've got that all squared away, let's come back here and check out the weather. All righty. Now, taking a look outside of our classroom, I'm going to call it partly cloudy skies. We've got some sunshine, we've got some clouds. So let's put, well, partly sunny is what we've got on our weather chart there. And as far as winds, they look calm. I do see a little bit of a breeze, but I really wouldn't call it windy. Now they say tomorrow things are going to change, get windy and some rain coming. As far as the temperature, we're thinking chilly, so let's go ahead and put chilly up here. They're not forecasting any rain for today, so we'll just hold off on that. Let's go ahead and check today's temperature. I'll get my phone. And here is the temperature. 52 degrees. So I have got 52 from the Apple chart. Now, yesterday at this time, it was 37 degrees. Now, since 52 is greater than 37, that means it's warmer. We are off to a warmer start today than yesterday. Let's move our degree symbol onto the 52. There we have it. 52 degrees. That will go up by the thermometer. All right, let's move over to our memory verse. And Paul said he wanted to help us with our memory verse today.
Yes, Mrs. Neve. I love reading God's Word.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it great?
All right, boys and girls, time number 1.
Exceeding great and precious promises are given to us.
Second time, please.
Exceeding great and precious promises are given to us.
And now the third time.
exceeding great and precious promises are given to us.
Excellent. I love thinking about God's promises. And boy, when I think about the life that God gave me, I am so thankful that He was always with me.
That's right. That's one of His promises, that He'll always be with us.
Even in those scary times, that time when we had the shipwreck at sea, oh, that was really scary.
That's right. We just heard about that yesterday. Let's grab the Bible picture book.
It was a scary time, Mrs. Neve, but I knew that God had a plan. Even when I got bitten by that snake on the island, remember we went aground and we escaped from the shipwreck onto the island.
Right.
And a snake bit me, but God protected me. God is with us in these scary times, and He turns everything into good. Even though these times were hard, think about what happened, Mrs. Neve.
Yeah, right. You ended up getting to Rome as God planned, and there you were able to tell lots and lots of people about Jesus.
That's right. Even the emperor himself heard about Jesus, and people came to the house where I was living. Even though I was under house arrest and I couldn't go out, people could come and visit. I told many people that were in Rome, an important city, and were traveling to Rome, the good news about Jesus.
I remember.
And I also got to write lots of letters there.
Oh, yes.
Letters to the Christians in the area, encouraging them in their walk with God.
Right.
And God is still using those letters today to bless people.
Yes, because they're in our Bible, many of those letters.
So even though I went through horrible times, God had a plan and turned out everything for good.
It is so cool.
And you remember the island part, Mrs. Neve?
Right.
The island that we landed on was called Malta. And God even used us there.
Really?
Well, you know about the snake thing, right? Well, the people there were amazed, of course, and they thought I was a god at first because the poisonous snake didn't kill me. But of course, I was able to tell them about Jesus, the one true God. And I even got to use the power of Jesus' name to heal many sick people on the island.
Really?
Yes, they had invited us to the chief official's home on the island. So he was like the leader of all the people there. That's right. An important man. And we went to his home, and his father was very sick. I prayed and asked God to heal his father, and God did. And that just opened up the door for us to tell many people about Jesus. So even on the island of Malta, God used us to spread the word.
That is so cool, just to see how God works like that.
Yes, Mrs. Neve, it's amazing.
Well, boys and girls, we have a fun Bible activity page that will help us remember this story. Let me grab it here. On one side, it looks like a letter.
Oh yes, I see it has the same kind of greeting that letters have. It starts with dear, and then it has the name Marcus.
Right. Now, was this one of the letters that you wrote, Paul?
No. This is from somebody called Sailor Sam.
We don't know if there was actually a Sailor Sam on the ship that Paul was sailing on. But somebody came up with this Bible activity page just to remind you of what happened in the story. So although Sailor Sam is fictional, we don't know that he was real. There were real sailors on the ship, of course. Remember, they got really scared. And one of them could have written a letter like this. It's got true facts in the letter about what happened. I always loved these kind of pages when I was a little girl, where they not only have the words, but they have pictures that are going to go in there too. And when you see the picture, you say the name of the picture and read it that way. So it starts out, like Paul told us, with a greeting, as all letters do. Bing, bing, sight word, dear, right? And when you'll be writing your Mother's Day card tomorrow, it's going to start out with dear Mom. Well, this is dear Marcus. And let's go on. These are all sight words. You're going to be able to read this yourself. I was on a... And then they got a place here for the picture. You cut out the first picture here, and it says there's that SH at the beginning. Ship.
you're going to glue the picture of the ship onto that pink square there. So it will say, I was on a ship with, you can hear the TH at the end, with, and here's this place for the next picture, and these pictures do go in the order that they'll appear in the letter. And this is Paul right there, so cut out Paul's picture and glue it onto this spot. I was on a ship with Paul. Next picture. There it is. Starts with an ST, st, and then you've got your OR special sound, or storm. Cut out the picture of the storm. Glue it on here. A storm came up. Now you'll notice this word came. It does look a lot like one of our spelling words this week, come, but it's not. If you look carefully, the second letter is not an O like it is in come. It's an A, and this is obeying the phonics rules, unlike come. Sound it out with long A, because you've got two vowels. Came. A storm came up. Exclamation mark. He's saying it with a little extra oomph, because of the storm. A storm came up. Go down to the next line. Oh, bing, bing. And then we need another picture, and they've got another picture of the ship for you again to glue on there. The ship sank. We were so, remember so from the spelling test before, we were so, what? Next picture is afraid. Glue that on this spot. We were so afraid. Paul, and then we've got another spot here for a picture. You've got your praying hands. It says prayed. Cut out that picture. Put it here. Paul prayed to God, and so did I. God helped us, and then we need another picture, and it's this one right here. Notice your SW special sound at the beginning. Swim, swim. Cut out the picture of them swimming. Glue it onto the space. God helped us swim to we need another picture, and it's the last one, and that one says island. Now, we happen to know the name of it. Paul just told us the island was called Malta, but they just have island there. Cut out the picture of an island and put it right there in the last spot. God helped us swim to an island. He kept us safe. Your friend, Sailor Sam. So, a fun activity page where you're cutting out the pictures, gluing them on, and then be sure to read it. And read it to somebody at home, mom or dad, a brother or sister that maybe they weren't there when you were putting it together. And that way you can help them learn about this adventure that Paul had and how God helped him. Pretty cool. Now, there is something to do on the other side, too. It's like a secret code. Very fun. They have up here some animals with letters above them. And then down here, they've got the animals, and above each animal, it's hard to see on the camera, but there's a blue line. On that blue line, you're going to write a letter. What letter do you write? That's where you get to use the code. There's the goat. So look up here and find the goat. Oh, there it is. And notice above the goat is a G, and it's an uppercase G. So copy uppercase G right above the goat there. Hey, goat begins with G, G, right? Then, after you write the G there, better use a pencil just in case. Notice the octopus is next. Look up here and find your octopus. Ah, there it is. Above the octopus is an O. An octopus begins with O. I've seen a pattern here. Go ahead and put your O right on the line above the octopus. Notice that it is lowercase o. So far we've got ga, and now there's a dog. Look up here to find the dog. There he is. Above the dog is a lowercase d, and of course, dog begins with D. And copy your lowercase d above the dog. Make sure it's a D. Put the circle first and then the line, right? Don't put B, it won't work. D, dog. And you've spelled out a word, God. Now, I'm not going to show you exactly how the rest of it goes. You've got the idea. Find the picture, write the letter from the picture onto the line, and you will get a message. After you figure out what it is, write down the letters, read the message. I would like you to put it into Teams. Type in what the message was. All right? Pretty cool, huh? So you've got two sides of your activity page to do. And don't forget, you need to read this one too. All right, boys and girls. Thanks for doing a good job listening at the carpet. Yes, thank you, boys and girls. You honor God when you do a good job. Absolutely. We will see you next time, boys and girls. And always remember, God has a plan, and He is always with you. Amen, brother.